Hey guys, welcome to a last look at the 2020 display of Christmas. I don't know. We have all the stuff over here. We got the nice. This took probably about 30 minutes to put up this. This we just had to put a rope across that, and we had to go across the street, with the ladder. I don't know if these might be up here for a little bit longer, but whoa. Okay, just making sure they work. Okay, that's good. The lights over there, yeah. We switched up the display this a little bit because now the date right now is January 2nd, 2021. Happy New Year, everybody. Technically now it's been about this October and this December. It would be the first, our first ever display here was back in 2011 at this place. Halloween was the first one, and then it was Christmas. There was only 2 for each of them. Yeah. And so this Halloween and this Christmas, it'd be 10 years. So technically that's pretty cool. And back then I was only 8. Now I'm 17. And it's crazy. And here, okay, I did some research also. These 2 are 2004s, which is really awesome. That PT Cruiser with nice decals on it. So these are both 2004 Gemmies. Guy down the street, he was throwing out his snow globe. He said he had it for 15 years, and he said the inside wasn't inflating, and it's been in his attic for a while. So, sadly, I asked him, and it was already no use. But yeah, we have people to stop by too. These are 2004s, and I redid research. These are in really good condition for 2004s, even though they were originally supposed to be indoor, and these things have been through outdoor material and weather, and these things are still good. Like, literally, look at this. Well, just like the had some debris and stuff. But those 2 are awesome. They are definitely going to be, and besides, they're in really good shape for 2004s, because usually those are all gone now, especially those guys. Over here, and even though I have 2 Santas, 2 of these Santas. This is the older version of the Santa. The newer version's in the shed. I decided to use the older version I had that I got back in 2012. I don't remember where I got it from. But this thing, yeah, he still works like a charm. This one I got from a yard sale in 2015. So these both are working good. The other one was from 2015 yard sale too, same place. Next, you can see we don't have the snowman out here because he literally was at his limits, and he's going to be going down as a legend. Well, he may be out here for like a surprise visit next year, but he's pretty cool. So here's my it says this is a 2019, so I got it this year though. Santa in the outhouse. It's like a 2019 model of it, like the 2019 version it was made of. And yeah, this thing is really good shape, I gotta admit. He's really good. This guy is his first year, and he's doing great. Like, the lights are awesome. This was one of my dream inflatables. So I got what I wished for, and yeah. And it's just beautiful. He blows up very nicely, and we have not had a problem with him. He's been blowing over a little bit, sadly, but he's going pretty well with these stakes now. We finally did stakes this year, guys. Okay, the next one, I'm going to save these 2 last for one of the last ones. This guy, his year, here's my 2014 Gemi robot. He just went through, I found he had 2 holes this year now. He's gotten 2 holes this year, and he's staked down. But just like down here, it's so weak now. Like, look, it's really weak down there. And compared to this is just weak. Like, it's like he can barely stand up anymore. Like, he's already... Oh, I didn't realize that one light. I thought both lights stopped working, but one light's not working anymore. Okay, the next one. So, other than that, he's doing pretty well. Well, the robot, like the arm, this one arm has been having, well, a while back, like earlier this, in December, his, like, arm was having trouble. So, you know, like it was making noise as it went down, and then when it went up, it made a little noise before it went back up, like the animation thing. Okay, here's my, new for, well, it's gonna be next year, but this is my early, I got this, late this year, like, probably, like, December 28th we got him. Like a day after the last recording. I love this guy. He's awesome. I got him because it was a hunting, and you know, and I think it was an awesome thing. And it says it's a rare item, so this is a rare inflatable. It says it's a 2012. Like, that's what the box said, a 2012 Demi. So looks very good for 2012, and I got this off of Yard Inflatables. Dang, this thing's awesome. And this thing is literally 8 years old. And I'm like, wow, this thing inflates really good for an 8-year-old inflatable. So that's a really good one. Next, we got a 2016 bobsled animated inflatable. We got this the same time as we got that when they were both half off. This guy, he's pretty good. I thought he'd be a lot bigger. But you know, he looks pretty big on camera. But if you look, he's very skinny. He's a very skinny bobsled. And you could see I thought he shook like the snowman, the freezing snowman, but he like does the hula kind of thing, like the hula Santa, like the Hawaiian Santa. Inflatable. This is a really good inflatable. I got him in. This thing is awesome. So we put him out. I put him out here earlier today, so that's a good thing. They're good. Next, well, he's been doing pretty good. Next, we have my 2014 snowman. No, not snowman. Santa and reindeer sleigh. This guy has had a rough year. This guy has had 2 bulbs burnt out this year. Well, this one was already burnt out. This one went out again. We had to change this one in 2017, and this guy has like 7 holes now, and it's a shame. It's a real shame. Like, this was a good inflatable. We have a hole right there. We got a hole down here in this area. Let me go on the other side. To the other side. But it's a shame. Yeah. We also strapped him down. This one, we have another hole on this side. Seems like yeah. What it seems like is it seems like the stakes probably put a hole in it. Sadly. Ah, shit. Oh, the interstate. Okay. But the next hole would be right here. There's a big hole right there. Found a hole right there. Whoa! There's another hole, and I didn't even know that was there. Dang, this guy has a whole load of holes. Holy shit! This guy has a rough year. Also, one of the reindeers has a hole right there, so that's sad. And also there is a hole in the Santa sleigh, and this one seems like it's getting bigger. We have a hole right there, so that's a bad thing. Wait, no, wait. What? I thought it was a hole. Never mind. But it has like it goes through here. That's not good. I thought it was a hole right here. No, I guess it was my victim of my imagination. But yeah, this guy has had a rough year, and you can hear the sounds it makes when it's as the thing goes on. This thing's sad. This guy had a really bad year. Dang, that's a nice decal on that PT Cruiser though. Yeah, sadly, yeah, this guy has had it for a few. He's blown over a few times, but you know, he's okay. We're gonna have to change him soon, the light bulbs. This is a new Scooby-Doo. I got this for Christmas, like on Christmas Day. Yeah. So he's a really good inflatable. Yeah. When I put him out here today, like the things were a little bit tangled up, but you know, you expect that from an inflatable. Well, with the things it has. We had to swap out 3 other inflatables to put these 3 new ones out here, so yeah, you'll find out which ones are the same. Here's my snowman trio inflatable. Got this in 2017, late 2017, after the nativity scene broke. But that sucks. Like it started haywiring for some reason. Like it started turning off and on. It started going, and then it smelled like it was burnt. Something was burning when that was a nativity scene. But that thing went out in 2017. This thing, it's pretty good, even though the music to how it has one song over and over again. I gotta admit that is really annoying. That's why it's off most of the time now. Because I would rather, if we had the rock and roll, the 2007 rare rock and roll band, I'd definitely swap that out with this. I'd swap out this for the rock and roll band, because that thing, like anything with LED lights, I don't like as much as the ones with the yellow lights. It just seems weird. But it looks, all of a sudden, sometimes it wants to work. That's the thing. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's cool. He has not had any other problems. Now Mickey Mouse, on the other hand, sometimes when I inflate him, I got this in 2018. This one light sometimes wants to work and sometimes doesn't want to work. So tonight it seems like it's wanting to work. So yeah, seems like the same thing with that one. But anything with him, he's pretty good. Now the Grinch, when he's full of water, he definitely leans back a lot more. But nothing like this is new for this year as well. Well, my granddad got that in 2019, but it's been in his attic. So this one, yeah, got him. He's doing pretty well. Now my 2017 Snoopy. When it's raining, now that's a big problem when it's raining. After it rains, like he starts leaning over and putting his nose into the grass. But like this guy, he's doing really well. He's one of my favorites still out of all these. Yeah. The thing is, he still has that hole in the back when we got him. He still has that. Wait. Yeah, there's a hole right there. But same hole as when we got him. Next we have the Toy Soldier, which we got in the same year, 2017. This thing is pretty cool. But this is the last look at the display. We're gonna probably leave it up for a little bit longer, probably a few more days. But here's my Toy Soldier. He's doing really well. I think he's still the fastest inflatable that inflates out of all of these, because his fan is really good for the size he is, like how skinny he is. It reminds me of like how the really old inflatables, like like it has one of the big fans, like the bigger cheap fans, like that one has, but it's on that little one. But other than that, he's doing really well. Next is my 2010 or 2009, I don't remember. Santa in a chair. Now this one, he's gonna be retiring soon, because sometimes he wants to lean over and what's crazy, guys, is in the rain, after it rains, that one snowman that's not out here right now seems to inflate all the way. Same with this one, like his head seems to be up all the way. Right now his head's leaning over backwards. So that's one thing I also found out about him. But other than, well, he has a lot of little tiny holes, but it's not affecting him. at all, and he still has his original light from way back in the day. He still has the original light, and I believe it's just, yes, it's like the see, it's like these. So that's how you know it's really old. And the fan is like the only one that's the most unique out of all these. Like the cheap fan. He has a really, and it's lasted a long time, which explains why a lot of the older cheap fans seem to last a whole lot longer than the original and than the new improved cheap fans. But next we have the Shark in the present. He's doing pretty well. Nothing's gone on with him, so he's good. That's also new for 2020. Here we have my 2015 Rockets Sleigh, Space Sleigh. He's doing really well actually with the motorcycle fan. That's why he has the motorcycle skeletons fan. Yeah, so that's one legend we lost this year for the inflatables is the skeleton motorcycle, because his time was up. He was really bad. He started having tears. He's in really good shape now. He blows up way better than the original Rockets, the Space Sleigh inflatable fan, which the original one had LEDs. These I actually like better. I just wish it went up farther up, so you can actually see lights on Santa. Sadly, that is not lightable. He just goes up here and just stops. So, it's a shame. And then once this one starts dying, I'm thinking about making this one a homemade inflatable, like putting another old inflatable that has really bad, it's not as good, a fan, and that has a, like for example that old snowman that I told you about, like put him in the middle and it looks like he's a dang statue, but just cut off all the rocket material. But that would be kind of strange, but I think it'd be pretty cool looking. Does it look like a statue? Like it's just like, yeah. But other than that, it's pretty good. And then the monkey's gone. He's one of the ones that we replaced for the Mantle Trio. So I'm gonna probably tell you based on condition what I think is probably. I don't see anyone else have this really that much. Like this one's a rare. Like I think this inflatable is really rare. Like it was only like made for about a year or two, and then that was it at Walmart. And it seems like this is a Gemi inflatable by the looks of it. Originally, I don't know what was wrong with me back in the day. When I was younger, I called this an Airflows. It was weird. But you know, it's a really good inflatable, I gotta admit. Other than that. So I would rate this guy this year. This guy has gone for replacing a fan and the lights. We thought we were not gonna be able to use them, but we did, surprisingly. This score would probably be 6 or 7 score. Well, I gotta admit, but you can see it's kind of in rough condition around these areas because you can see the fabric's all. It's gotten old. This thing has literally been used for 5 years now. So, you know. And now like I gotta admit, this guy is in pretty good condition, but he's not my favorite out here. Like this guy's a 7 or 6. This guy I would rate around that time 6, probably a 6. But like how according like I would say actually move this up to a 7 or 8. He's not my favorite out here. Now the Santa in the chair I like better than this and that one. But you know. This one, I don't even know if any, like I only seen one person have this and they don't really upload anymore, but it's like a place in Las Vegas and it has like a big part. It was weird. It's for Halloween and Christmas and they have a whole bunch of air balloons, you know. I saw this in their video like way in the back, so that's say you have that. But he's old, but I would rate this guy a 7 actually. I like it better than that. This would be a 6 or a 5, but you know, I do like this guy better than that one. But this guy is awesome. So I'd rate this guy a 7. just because I liked it. Now Snoopy. Actually, let me rephrase that. This would be a 8. This would be a 4 or 5. This would be a 6 or 7. This would be a 5 or 6. That's like in between those. But he's awesome. Now Snoopy, on the other hand, boy, you are one of my favorites out here. Out of the 4 of these, he's like my favorite. He's the oldest one actually out of all the Disney characters out here at the moment. But you know, this guy's lasted the same year as him. But this guy, yeah. I'd say it'd probably be a 7. Now the Grinch, you know, I like this inflatable, but it's not my favorite cup of tea. Like, if it was like one of the older Grinch inflatables, you know how with the yellow lights, I'd like it way more. But since it's like the LEDs that save power, you know. This I would rate this one a 6 or 7. This one would get like a 7. This would be like a 6 or 7. But this would be a 7 all the way. Now this one, actually this would be rated a 6. I do like Mickey a little bit better. Like the Grinch is like my least. Well, sadly. But you know, this one is I would say it's my 3rd favorite. Like, I do like Scooby-Doo better than this one and this one. But I don't like Scooby-Doo better than Snoopy. Because I had a Snoopy in 2011 that lasted all the way till 2014. Thought I heard it. No. Other than that, this guy would rate a 7. No, I mean a 6. That guy's a 5. No, this would be a 6. That'd be a 7. That'd be a 7 or 8. Now, this one, I'm gonna give you an exact answer: 6 or 7. The reason is because I wish this had more options for the music. Sadly, no. It only has that same exact jingle. It gets really annoying. Like, if it was like, I gotta say. But other than that, it's decent. This, I'd rate a 6 or a 7. This guy would be a 6 or a 7. This guy would be a 5 or 6. And this would be an exact 7. The 6 or 7 means, I mean, like, in between those two. Now, the Santa and the Sleigh. He's one of my cup of tea, but I've got to admit, the Rocket I've grown a little bit soft on over the years. Like, he's a really good inflatable, but, like, out of all of these, he's okay. This guy, I'd rate him a 7. Well, on this year, like how he's doing this year, you know, I would put him at a 4 because he's actually had the worst. He's actually had the worst out of all of these. He's had the worst this year. Next, so this guy would be a 7. This guy, I rate him as an 8 because he's awesome. I didn't realize how much taller he is compared to the freaking robot. Like, he is huge, and he does fit inside, but like he barely, like, he can. Now this guy, Mr. Robot, like, these two have probably had the worst this year happen to them this year. If it was like how he done this year, I would put him as a 5 or 6. Because this guy's done, like, I would say way better than this one. This one has had a whole bunch of polls that came out, and it's sad. This one, I rate on my favorites. Like, I would probably say, since this one's like an 8 or 9, this one would be like a 7 or 8. Now this one, I gotta admit, it's not my favorite. It's kind of low on my list, but not the lowest. I would say out of all of them, I would say that this one is probably like, I put this as a number a 7. This one would be a 7 or 8 or 7. Like a 6 or 7. This would just be a 7. Like I like this one a little bit more than this, but this looks really cool. I gotta admit. But just like on like, I thought it'd be a lot taller. Like it's like if you look at like where I'm standing, like how tall I am. Yeah, you see that? It's crazy. So he'd be a 6 or 7. This guy's my favorite out of all of them. This one I would say would be a 9 or 10. Gotta admit. So let me recount the scores. So this would be a I'm gonna make it up. This would be 10. This would be a 7. This would be a 7. This would be an 8. This would be an 8, I guess. This one a 6. This one a 5. This one a 6. This one like a 6. This one would be a 7 because I like this one the best out of all the 4 Disney, like the movie characters. Now the soldier would probably get a 5. The Santa and the chair would get a 6. The shark out of all of them would be a 4. And the sleigh would get a 8. So pretty much that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long episode, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next year for Christmas. Hopefully we'll do an Easter video this year. Good night, everyone. Happy New Year.